Oh wow, the new releases are rolling in. They just keep coming. And we got 2 new ones today from Rabanne Beauty and Lawless. Lawless, a little hardworking engine that could lawless. I like them. We're going to hear all about these today and more with me, Rebecca. I am a 20-year plus veteran of the fashion and beauty industry in terms of journalism. I have written about, interviewed, and worked with some of the biggest names on the planet in terms of fashion and beauty. And I brought Not Fit for Print Beauty right here to YouTube so that you have kind of a live beauty magazine to check out every day or so. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. As I said, we have 2 new holiday products. The first is not really new, it's kind of revamped, and that is, I love Rabanne Beauty, love them. Rabanne and Prada were my 2 favorite, was it last year at this point or the year before? What day is it? I don't know anymore. Anyway, it's one of my favorite new beauty brands, although Paco Rabanne has been around forever. This is their $40 Fresh Touch foundation that comes in 30 shades. I got the shade 20N and I did so well on the color choice. I am getting so slug about my online color choices lately. This promises 12 hours of wear. It is buildable, light to medium, and says that it comes with a metal mesh radiance, which made me giggle. Burberry once did that too. They said that their foundation had like trench coat coverage because the Burberry trench is so famous. And Rabanne is saying that they have the metal mesh radiance because Paco Rabanne did designs with a lot of metal and mesh early in his career in the 60s that set him apart. I think it's cute when brands do that. I like hearkening back to the fashion history. The only thing that's not new about this foundation is a revamp, a reboot of the first foundation they put out. And I always think of, if she could weigh in here, Han Beauty, who has a channel here on YouTube. Hi, Hannah. She had the first foundation and was enjoying it and then got a message that they were basically not recalling it, but that they would take it back. And she's like, well, no, I like it. But a lot of people, yeah, they pulled it off for a while and now it's back. So if you've tried both, I would love to know. Spoiler alert, so far, we're in the middle of a wear test. So far, so good. It looks pretty darn good. Okay, but we will keep looking at that. Then we are going to look at, don't turn away because you're going to go, I don't need that. Just hear me out. We're going to look at a new palette from Lawless. This is the Dreamy Dozen Volume 2. Let me put up a picture of the Dreamy Dozen Volume 1, which I liked very much. But this is number 2. It is $43 and it is talc free. Talc free gets a lot of people going, but I don't know. Talc free can be done well. It is, like I said, $43 and it has 12 different basically neutral, creamy neutral shades, mattes and sparkling and foils. It is absolutely a beautiful palette. There is no doubt about it that this is a very neutral to warm leaning, I admit, palette. But the question is, for $43, are those 12 shades going to really serve you? And what are they going to do? Well, we will try them on and inadvertently we'll end up doing a wear test on them because we're going to wear test the Rabanne foundation anyway. So you'll see that and we'll see how they're dealing with talc free. Talc is such an enemy of people now. Some people think it shouldn't be. But the reason that people get angry that there's no talc is they feel that the performance of the product suffers. So we will put the Lawless palette to the test and see what they do with no talc. We know what Givenchy did with no talc and it was a big thumbs down. But I think Lawless is going to succeed. But we shall see. All right, I would like to go to some ingredients, some swatches, and then we'll get to the demo. Here are the ingredients of both the Lawless and the Rabanne. It's pretty obvious what is what. So definitely freeze that screen and enlarge it if you are looking for an ingredient that might cause trouble for you, migraines or allergies, or what have you. All right, now we're not going to swatch the foundation. I'll just try that on for you, but we will swatch the Lawless eyeshadow palette in 2 different lights. Here is the Dreamy Dozen Volume 2 talc free in studio lighting first as it is laid out in the palette. It's really pretty, but if you can't see it well enough, let's take it out into the warm California sunshine, starting off in the shade, moving into the sunshine so that you can see these colors in their glory. It's a really pretty neutral palette. I know, you're like, Rebecca, I do not need another neutral palette. I know, but maybe you do because maybe you wear it more than your others, you know? Maybe all those bright greens and purples and stuff you don't wear as much as the neutrals. I'm just saying. You might want to see how this one does. The affordability, the packaging, you just might want to. And you're going to find out because we are going to go right now to the demo. Do make sure you are subscribed, and here we go. I have been doing so well with my foundation shade choices lately that I'm getting a little bit cocky about it. Like I'm starting to get a big head. You know, I'm starting to be like, yeah, bring it on. I'll go like that and pick, and I'll be correct. I've just been really good lately. So I didn't even test. Sometimes I spot test just to see if I'm really going to embarrass myself on camera. Didn't do that today. It's gone to my head, guys. All right, let's see how we're doing here. So this has a little bit of a botanical, almost like serum-y scent. Nothing gross, nothing floral, and nothing headache-inducing. It kind of smells like almost a little bit detergent-y, if I could describe it. Oh, this is really nice. This feels, you know what? On first layer, it feels, I'm just doing one side of the face, as you can tell, very much like a serum, like a tinted moisturizer. But they say buildable, right? So let's build another layer, because even for me, that is not a lot of coverage. I didn't say shake it, by the way, but I did because it feels so serum-y. Okay. And we're not doing, as usual, we're not going to do any sort of concealer, powder, spray, nothing like that, because I don't want any of those variables in here when we are testing anything, because we all use different powders, we all use different setting sprays and different primers. So let's just see how this does on its own. Oh, it's a very light serum-y coverage. Yes, I would definitely compare this to a tinted moisturizer, especially because it feels like it has that really sort of dewy finish. So let's take a look here. I still have some left on my hand. No concealer, and I need some with this. Let's face it. It's light coverage. They say, what do they say? Light to light medium? Light to medium? No, it's light to light medium. And that's with 2 coats. I would have to get to the light medium, I think I'd have to do 1 more coat, to be perfectly honest. Let's see. But, oh, not again with the good shade choice. Honestly, step aside. Look at that. Pretty good. Okay, let's see how that looks. Yeah, I mean, it's really doing a nice job, though, in kind of, I mean, look at how ruddy and disgusting my skin is on this side. And look at this side. I mean, it's nice and smooth. I need some concealer, granted. But, I mean, and I'm not going to do some for this video. Sorry. It's looking nice. Okay, I'll speed things up so you don't have to sit through it and do the other side 2 layers just like we did. And then we'll come back and look together. Stay right there. Okay, what do you think? Oh, that's a pretty foundation. Very dewy, very thin. This is, like I said, light coverage. I'll go light to medium if you push me. Light to light medium if you push me, but I really just want to say light. And that is 2 layers, but I mean, it's really evening out the skin tone quite nicely. I'll be really curious about the wear test here. It's very dewy. I could use a little bit of powder. I'm not bothered by that kind of moisturizer feeling on the skin, so this isn't going to bother me. But if you don't like it to feel a teeny bit tacky, you'll probably want to powder a little bit. But I'm not going to let that get in the way of our wear test. I do like the way it's making the skin look, and it's really evening out the skin tone. So far, very pretty. Okay, we need to come back and try on our Lawless eyeshadow palette, but I'll wait a few hours so that it also serves as a check-in on our wear test. I've been doing that lately, and it seems to work. I'll be back, well, for me, a few hours. For you, just lickety-split. Okay, it's been about 3.5 hours, actually, into our wear test. I do have some blush on, a little bit of highlighter, a little bit of bronzer, lip shade, you know. But I didn't touch the foundation. I didn't powder under the eyes, didn't powder around unless you count the powder of the blush. And perhaps we should. Okay, but let's take a look at how it's doing. Oh, really, what a nice little foundation. Blurring beautifully, not sinking into lines. And at 3.5 hours, it would normally be doing it. Looking good, Rabanne. Yeah, wow. Could there be a bad foundation? The only bad foundation, what did I have? The ABH I didn't like, that stick that they did. But man, I mean, technology, this is a beautiful foundation. And as I said, Han Beauty, Hannah, have you tried the newly reformulated? Because they contacted her to send it back when they were recalling it. I wonder if she likes hers as much. All right, let's do a little eye look here just to test out these formulas. I'm not going to be able to work with all of them. This is a Rephr #1 brush, which is my favorite from Rephr. We're going to try this shade here. I just want to try these out. They're talc-free, and they say so creamy and pretty. So I just kind of want to test them. Again, you guys, being a fashion and beauty editor, not a makeup artist, I just want to tell you if this is, you know, kind of be worth your money and performs well. I'm not trying to show you how to do a look. If you like the look I do and you copy it, I like that. But that's not really why I'm here, believe it or not. Okay, so that nice matte worked out really well. Let's go for a deeper matte, same brush. Let's just see how we like it. These are talc-free, and talc-free gets a bad rap, doesn't it? But I think it's working really nicely, actually. I'm impressed. Yeah, that is really nice. Oh, this is a beautiful little everyday eyeshadow palette. Absolutely lovely so far. Okay, I'm going to use on my brush, I am going to go into one of the, what I'm trying to do, you guys, is just hop around all the different finishes and see how they perform. Ooh, no fallout. Hey, Lawless. Lawless is underrated. Honestly, no fallout with a fluffy brush on a shimmer shade? You know, every time I get a Lawless product, I'm like, oh, this will be okay. Like, I always think it'll be just like a forgettable thing. You know what I mean? Like, throw it in a drawer. And every time I'm always like, these Lawless products are really good. It's really underrated. I felt the same about Gwen Stefani's Give, and I feel the same about Patrick Starr's One Size. I feel like they're like not spoken about enough. Like, they don't get enough credit. This is really pretty. No, I mean, this is, no kidding, a super pretty. Let's try this shade here. Let's try a lighter, one of the lighter kind of creamy shimmer shades. I'm putting these on with a brush. I'm not even getting any fallout. I tried two different ones there. Hey, Lawless, your products are really good. They're not listening. They don't know who I am. But that is beautiful. Wow. Well, Lawless, I'm impressed. I'm absolutely, completely, and entirely impressed. I like it. You guys need a neutral palette to wear everywhere, to take with you, to throw in your gym bag, to throw in your desk at work. You're not going to be disappointed by this. Honestly, it's just super pretty, and it's $43. And you get that many shades. Wow. I mean, you know, 12 shades, $43, and they perform, oh boy, I got no complaints. And let's talk about this foundation. Wow. We're going to let it go a little bit longer and then take a look at it. It's been about, at this point, a little over 3.5 hours. I'll try to let it go as long as I can, but boy, is it ever pretty. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, it's been 7 hours. I have applied my reapplied my Merit lipstick. That's from another video that I don't even know if you've seen yet. I'm so inundated with new products here, but I did reapply that. But everything else, I just left alone. The eyeshadow is doing great. Not that we needed a wear test on this eyeshadow. It's doing great, but we did need a wear test on the foundation, which has gone 7 hours, and typical of a serum type foundation has gotten better with age. Like a serum foundation, like a fine wine. I know which you prefer. I know, you don't have to tell me. But let's give it a check. Yep. Typical serum foundation. This is going the distance. It is blurring probably better than most of the other foundations I've tried lately and liked. It is de-emphasizing pores. It has actually, I didn't powder this. You guys know I talked about that. I did not powder this foundation, so, you know, we all use different powders. I didn't want any complicating factors. And at first I was like, oh, it kind of needs powder. It's kind of sticky. Nope. It is absolutely melded with my skin in a transfer-proof way. It is not in lines here. It is, the pores here are so blurred that it's almost like I did use a blurring powder and I didn't. Super crazy impressed with this. Okay, so we talked about, I summed up my feelings on the Lawless palette, which I really love. But let me sum up my feelings on this Rabanne foundation. If you like super light coverage that you cannot feel, that is buildable but doesn't go too you know, like full coverage, you like a lighter to light medium, and you want it to be blurred, you suffer from bigger pores, you want it to be blurred, you want that look, this is for you. $40. I think Rabanne keeps their prices pretty in check for you know, they could be luxury and they're really kind of, you know, high end. And I think it's just really pretty. Yeah, it's got 30 shades, which is amazing too. I love Rabanne. Last year they were like my favorite, one of my favorite brands, new brands of the year, and they continue to impress me. They're doing good things over there at Rabanne. Somebody corrected my pronunciation, which I never mind. It's not Rabanne, they said. I never mind when you correct it. Just be nice. She wasn't nice. I was like, really? Okay. But if you're nice, and let's face it, most of us are nice, you can tell me if I say it wrong. I don't mind. I gotta learn too. Rabanne. I always said Paco Rabanne like my whole life. I'm a fashion editor. What am I doing wrong? You guys have to tell me. Let me know. Let me know down below. All right. It's not just about me yapping. I want to know what you guys think. There's so many new products. Certainly so many new foundations. Let me tell you, this is a good one. But most of these foundation releases are. And this is just another neutral palette. It just happens to be a good performing, well priced for high-end one. So I can't oversell the stuff. I can tell you what it is. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, because I really do care. We have a nice tight-knit community here. If you don't hear back from me from a reply to my reply, just start a new thread, because sometimes they don't give me the replies to my replies, because YouTube can't make it easy. Oh, heaven forfend, they make it easy. So let me know that. Check out down below for information on how to purchase and for information on our Facebook group. We got a membership here with lives every week, and for information on how you can give super thanks or follow me on Instagram, TikTok, or Threads. Make sure that you like and share, and the greatest compliment that you can give me is to subscribe. I will see you all in the next video. Lots of new stuff coming up. Bye-bye.